For me, it's the biggest downside of what we do, of living this lifestyle. We left it too late, so we're driving around in the dark, not knowing where we're going and not knowing where we're going to stay. Just because we got so engrossed in what we were doing, we didn't realise it was 4 o'clock before we even thought about moving off, and we had shopping to do as well. So yeah, we finally found a rather odd site. It's shown on Park for the Night as a pay and display car park. There's been a lot of building work going on, and even looking at Google Maps is very different. But we're here for now. We should be okay till at least 7 or 8 in the morning, I would think. Somebody knocks on the door, then we just have to move, and that's the way it goes. That's what we do. Here we are on the Severn Bridge. Weather is gorgeous as always. I do wonder if the sun ever shines in Wales. I did message a friend of mine and asked which day they're expecting summer this year, and said it's probably already passed. So yeah, wet trip to Wales. This is such a beautiful bridge. I do love the Severn Bridge. I'm going to keep the camera rolling just a little bit while we go under the pillars. I just think they're so pretty. Look at those. Beautiful, darling, beautiful.
Nearly as beautiful as the other arches, the M's.
The M's, yeah. Yes, we're headed to the other arches now for breakfast. And the park up we were in, we weren't too sure about staying, so we packed up nice and early, and yeah, so we're going these arches and then going to the Golden Arches for breakfast.
So we're in Wales. We finally crossed over. We've just stopped at Magel Services to have a Mackie D's and some coffee, wake up, and to plan the next few days, because there's nothing worse than not being able to find places to stay like last night. Ugh, it's so tedious. So
we've arrived at Langdeffyd Reservoir. I know I'm going to get pulled up for my pronunciations. I think it's Langdeffyd Reservoir. It's beautiful. Look at this. So I think this is just a daytime park up. We were hoping we may be able to park for the night here, but I'm not so sure. So we're going to check it out.
So we spent a lovely 24 hours or so here at the reservoir. I won't pronounce the name. I might put it on the video so you can see where it is. It's got lots of double D's and double L's. Lovely place. Weather's not been great, but it's time for us to move on now.
Hey, what's occurring? We're in Wales and the sun is out. There's only one thing for it. We need to hit the beach. So, Barry Island, here we come. The sun is shining on Barry Island.
Choose anything extra. Gets to work in just 5 minutes. Based on caffeine absorption data and pain relief, always.
That's where we're headed, down there. This is our park up. Hoping we might be able to stay here the night, but we'll see. Barry Beach.
Can you guess where we are? If I zoom out a bit, can you see? Yeah. Oh yeah, look, Mess's Lock. So beautiful sunset of Barry. Been a lovely day.
Barry is absolutely teeming today. It is so busy. I love this time of year. You get some people that are wrapped up for the Arctic in like fur coats and woolly hats and gloves, and then others are just parading around in skimpy little vest tops and shorts. It's so funny. It's a brilliant time of year for people watching. Yeah, we're back off to Cardiff now. We're leaving Barry. Been here about 24 hours. Off to Cardiff to go and see a friend for the afternoon, and then we're off to a party this evening.
I got Tasha.
Yo!
Hi you guys. See, look, I got a live going on and I got a video going on. I don't know which way to look.
So we've just left family in Swansea that we spent the afternoon with, and had a lovely meal with. We've driven down to the Gower, down to Mumbles. We found this spot. Not sure if we're going to stay here or not. Martin's over checking the parking regulations now. But yeah, quite a nice coastal spot. And there's a restaurant over there, so we could grab a nice bit of breakfast in the morning if we do stay. So we decided not to stay at the Mumbles. It just didn't feel it was the right place for us overnight. There's warden parking. It was unclear as to what the consequences were if you parked there, if you shouldn't. So rather than take a chance, we've moved on. We're now on a National Trust site called Pennard. I've just gone to check the parking regulations here, but it's really pretty. It's nice hills. Probably some fab walking for the morning, if we are able to stay here. There's a couple of restaurants and shops and a pizzeria place just behind us. So yeah, looks pretty fabulous. So we had a lovely weekend. We left Barry and drove back to Cardiff to meet with a friend of ours that we've not seen for, we worked out about 3 or 4 years. So we had a great afternoon with her. She spoilt us silly and helped us out with washing and drying and that sort of thing, which was wonderful. Then we went on to another friend's 60th birthday, which was fantastic. Really good time was had, and she spoiled us with curry as well. It was really nice just to be kind of part of that catching up with people. And then the following day we drove from Cardiff to Swansea and met with Martin's cousin, who we've not seen for 20 odd years. Time has gone by so quick. I don't quite know how we managed to go 20 years, but we did. So yeah, that was really lovely. She totally spoiled us with full English, and I tell you, she meant a full English. There wasn't an item that would be in a full English breakfast that wasn't on that plate. It was incredible. She's set a standard now, so yeah, expectations are high for next visit. Yeah, no, that was wonderful, absolutely wonderful to catch up and meet the family. Then we had planned to go to Mumbles. We drove down to Mumbles, and it just, the car park that we stopped in just didn't feel right. That's my kettle going, we've got a brew on. It just didn't feel right to stay at the car parks that
Mostly
we pulled into.
It said no overnight parking.
Well, mostly that reason, yeah.
But it looked like the kind of place that would be monitored as well.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. We weren't entirely sure. We tried a couple of places. I can't remember the name of the place we are.
It's near Pennard, isn't it?
That's it, yeah.
National
yeah.
Trust.
National Trust Pennard Hills. Which was really lovely. Got a fantastic view, which you should be able to see behind me, and that's the view out the front window. So that's what we woke up to this morning, which was fabulous. we were a bit bothered by boy racers doing donuts behind us and sprinkling the van with gravel, but they didn't hang around long, so yeah, it was all right. It's kind of a first experience of that, and it bothered me a bit. You were okay by it, weren't you? And the beauty of having a big dog as well, actually, if people are being twats outside, we just got the dog on the lead, and yeah, they don't usually hang around long when they see the size of Max. So yeah, that's always a good thing. We were playing about with our drone this morning. We were really hoping to get the drone up on its first flight today, but the wind has picked up, and not being expert drone flyers, yeah, we've kind of crumbled on that one a bit. So we're now going to move along towards Oxwich Bay. Another sunny day in Wales. I've been very lucky with the weather. This is stunning, yeah. What is that?
Some type of reed.
Look at that. Not sure it's supposed to look like that, but it does.
Probably doesn't look like that all the time, but it does look like it is a lake.
Is it?
Yeah. There's a little thing on the side.
Like Little House on the Prairie.
It's full of that, I like it. So, as you'll see here, the night barrier.
Car park is
Mind
locked
you.
at 10 p.m. except for beach house restaurant customers. No overnight parking. So no, we can't park there. See, this is the sort of thing that we have. We come to a park up and it looks great, and we've seen reviews, but things change really quickly. And because particularly during lockdown, people have been abusing, motorhome users have been abusing, and just sort of parking where they want and leaving lots of mess, and a lot of motorhome users have got quite a bad name. But
You can have a look.
yeah, have a look, have a reconvene. But it says no overnight, so we can't stop there
Yeah, but
overnight.
I think you pay the guy directly.
Oh, is this the
I
one?
think so. Well, I think we'll have a look. and
All right,
see what-
okay. Ah,
There's
all
also a
right.
height barrier, but that's only on one side.
Yeah. Oh, over the bump. Oh my goodness, look at your hair, Martin.
It's good, isn't it? I love
That's
it.
like Jedward. We just tried to go for a walk along Oxwich Bay. And oh my goodness, we got
Good
blown
Lord.
to smithereens. That wind is icy. It's beautiful and sunny, but my God, is it cold.
For flipping cold. Yeah.
Boo was out there,
Yeah,
just
look at
had
that hair.
2 minutes run.
Jeez.
But oh my God, it's just too cold. We're back in for a nice cuppa in the warm. Ah, Oxwich Bay, look at this. We are parked right on the beach. Absolutely superb, look at it. I think the beach is a mile long of sandy beaches. It looks superb. It's freezing out there at the minute though. We tried to go for a walk and got blown to smithereens. But yeah, I think this is our park up for the night. Absolutely stunning. I'm just going to let Boo out for a run. She can run around the beach on her own. Oh, it's going to be immense just to sit here in the morning and have a cup of coffee, waking up and looking out at that. Fantastic. Doesn't get much better than this. We have us a very excited German Shepherd tonight. He's very chatty and trying to leap around, and there's just not enough room in the van. Dad's trying to pacify him by trying to find some dentist sticks to see if that calms him down a bit. It's blowing an absolute holy outside. I think it's kind of unnerving everyone a little bit. We are literally right on the kind of crest of the waves, really. I mean, how far is that sea away from the van right now?
About 10 foot.
Yeah, it's not far away. It's blowing a hoolie.
Fortunately, it's about a metre lower than us. So
We are contemplating moving the van back a bit, but we'll see.
we're playing chicken.
Yeah, I think the water's likely to win. So they got their dentist sticks now and they've disappeared.
Morning. So we stayed at Oxwich Bay last night. We parked right down on the beach as there was nobody around to take money for tickets or anything. All the barriers were open, so we parked down on the beachfront. But the wind last night was phenomenal. It was just continuous gusts. There was sandstorm blowing up.
Blowing a hoolie.
So I can understand how there are dunes behind the car park, because half the beach must have been blown away last night. So we decided about 10:30, 11 to move back to the back of the front of the car park where the entrance is, and there's a more secluded area. But obviously not such a nice view to wake up to this morning, but hey ho. No, you can have a look. Just trees and but
protected.
whatever. bit more sheltered. The trees have already had a battering over the storms from the last couple of weeks, so they were quite safe here. But at least it wasn't so noisy and we could actually get some rest. So today we're off to Rossili, well, Worm's Head, which is just above Rossili Bay.
Tad windy today, blowing air everywhere. Just arriving in Rossili Bay. I'm going to have a look to see if we can find somewhere to park up. It's quite pretty and quite quaint. It's a cliff top, isn't it?
So what?
Cliff top.
Yeah. Well, Rossili Bay is the beach, but we can't get down there in this.
Okay.
We have to park up on Worm's
You have reached
Head.
your destination.
It's very bumpy.
Worm's Head National Trust Car Park.
Oh, okay. National Trust, is it?
I think so.
Good morning. So we had a peaceful night in a car park in Kidwelly. We're now just locking down. Martin's just harnessed the dogs and just making the last final checks before we move on. We've got a bit of a different day ahead of us today. We're going to try and catch up with some family that we've not seen for a while. And then the afternoon is going to be taken up with a business meeting. We are going on to a site because we need to empty and refill, and we've got some catching up of work to do. So not a terribly exciting day today, but you know, it's just like living in the real world. You can't travel on other adventures every day. Sometimes there are chores to be done. Weather's looking quite nice. It's finally stopped blowing a hoolie. It's bright but overcast. And fairly warm today, so that's us. We'll catch you in a little bit. Here we are, taking some time out. Martin's got his back massager chair out. For those of you who know us well, you'll know he really suffers with his back. So he's got a shiatsu back massager chair. He's having a bit of a chill out there. The bee bear's asleep. Nope, not now. The maxi hair bear's up there, and I'm making a pom-pom bunting just to decorate the van up a little bit and give it a bit of colour. And that's about us on this wet Welsh day. Don't forget to join us for part 2 next time when we explore Pembrokeshire. Don't forget to subscribe.